Prior to 9/11, growing up in the city, a lot of times people would ask me like where you're from, and I would say Pakistan, and they would have this like, sort of excitement or kind of curiosity where you're from. Post 9/11, whenever I said I'm from Pakistan, you always got this like raised eyebrow or questions that usually followed up, which were somehow tied to terrorism or what was happening. So I would definitely say 9/11 has had a big impact on my life. A lot of me was just like, this is gonna go away. I guess after a while, people are going to realize, maybe this is just the anger mode. And I kind of put it aside for a while. I was like, oh, this is not really a big issue. But being in my community in New York City, what happened is we had a lot of Pakistanis in our community who literally left the country. They were so afraid that immigration was going to come after them. The next thing I noticed is going to local Pakistani stores, video stores, where a lot of Pakistanis came around, you saw increased NYPD monitoring. All the time I would go into movie stores and the NYPD be right there, right behind you as to see what you're watching, what you're buying, who you're talking to. You heard a lot of stories with local mosques. There was a lot of NYPD presence there. And at that time, again, I was trying to be like, oh, maybe this is, whatever, more security, fine. And, with the recent sort of report that came out with the AP, what the NYPD actually has a program where they're ethnically mapping the whole Muslim community, that puts you in a place of fear that, wait, am I being held accountable for what's a group, a very radical group that doesn't even represent who we are? They don't represent Pakistan. They don't represent Islam. Why is it that we are being targeted?